I'm going to say confirm, because I think that's probably what they mean. No? Bugger. See? Exactly. That's my point exactly. Welcome back to Sim UK. This is Fernbus Coach Simulator, as you may have gathered. So TML have only gone and done it again, haven't they? Another patch. This time it's 1.4.9592. And this is a big one. A big one in terms of size. It's, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 1.5 gig. That's the size of some games. That's a big, big patch. You can't say that TML aren't working hard. They are certainly working hard. This is the fourth patch, I think, in as many weeks. It's impressive. It really is. They're certainly working hard. But my question is, are they focusing on the right things? Now, I know I didn't fully review the previous patch, but I was going to do an east to west FlixBus route across Germany, and I'm going to do that now again, and I'll sort of amalgamate the two into one. I think the previous patch maybe was just a section of what we've got now, so moving forwards I think 1.4.9592 is probably all-encompassing. So the route we're going to do today is the FlixBus official route, because we are ranked level 4 now. Don't look at our rank, 2,270. One thing we're going to do, okay, there's so many things in my head. Right, let's show you the route, because I've got some original now. And this is the route we're going to do from Dresden over here in the east coast. Well, it's not a coast, is it? On the east border. Dresden through to Leipzig. Please ignore my awful pronunciations of these cities. I'm not German, and unfortunately I've never been to Germany. I'd love to go, but anyway, yeah. So we're going to go all the way from Dresden over here to where we begin, which is Dortmund, and what we're going to go through all these cities here. Obviously, there's quite a few stops, and for each section I'll do one video, and the reason for, excuse me for that. That's Windows 10 just being Windows 10 for you, basically. So this route from Dresden to Dortmund, I'm going to split it into each stop. So I think we've got maybe 5 stops along the way, and that just stops the video being 6 hours long, because this is a big route. This is all the way across Germany. This is an epic route, and it should be good. It should be interesting. I'm looking forward to doing it. But one thing I've realised is that I've been doing so many reviews on this game that I've actually kind of not had any time to just enjoy it and actually have some gameplay time. So this is going to be part review, part gameplay. And what might happen is, because this might take a while to do, we may find that halfway through there's another update, and I'll just continue the review on there, and that'll be, 1.5.1 or whatever. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So yeah, we're going to start off today. It's going to be Dresden, and we're going to go all the way down here to Leipzig, I believe. We don't stop at Halle. Magdeburg we do drop into. Braunschweig, then Hanover, Bielefeld, and then finally Dortmund. So what's that? 1, 2, 6, 7 stops in total. So there might be somewhere between 3 and 7 videos, depending on how long it takes to get to each of these destinations. I might go Dresden, Leipzig, Magdeburg, and then... I don't know. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to do it yet. But that's the route we're going to take today. Now, in the most recent patch, if we go back here, there's an awful lot to discuss. But one of the things I wanted to go into is one of the issues. I say issues, it's not really an issue. It's like an annoyance or a bug or a thing. It's a thing. It's one of those things. There's a bit of a communication breakdown. No, there's a bit of a language barrier between TML and British consumers like myself. For example, in patch 1.4, the title banner switched with image in main menu. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the heck that means, but I think it's this here in the top left-hand corner. I'm sure it used to go all the way across like that, and now it's this much cleaner, sort of half-transparent image. I think that's what that means. Which, yeah, it looks much nicer. Great, lovely. Is it going to change the way people feel about the game? I rather think not. Titles font in sub. Right. What the heck does that mean? Don't look at that. We're going to get better. With this run, at least, we should move up the old rankings a tad, no less. Let's have a look at our friends quickly. Alan, he's the king. He really is. Look at he's 11th now. Blimey, O'Reillyus. Good work, Alan. What we are... I think maybe it's this font here. I don't know. I really don't know what that means. But anyway, titles font in sub. Maybe this. Yeah, interesting, hey? Right, what's next? Menu, switch to Unicode font. Right. I guess that's probably something to do with the language issues. For example, here we have some non-UK based hieroglyphics. Fonts. I don't know. Whatever it's called. Fill in the gaps, please. Alert me in the comments to educate my stupid brain. The thing, I should know this because I work in IT and I'm a software developer. And I do know this. I just can't think what it is called. But anyway, help me out, guys. Thank you so much. If you know, help me out. So, input devices. Assistant for steering devices added to vehicle control menu. Now, this is new. This is something I've been looking for a while. Now, I haven't actually looked at this yet. So, what the heck? Now, I've been given a tip on how to get rid of this. But I haven't actually got around to doing it yet. It's one of these. It's something to do with the Xbox 360 controller. And I'm going to have to look through my notes and figure out what the fix was, because obviously that's a bit of a pain in the buttocks. So anyway, assistant. Hey, this is it. This is the thing. Let's try this one. Please bring every axis of your device into the default position. This could well cock up my G27, but let's have a go. Steer to the very left and back to default position. Well, I did it. What's going on? Oh, good lordy. What is going on? Issue. Right, bear with me, guys. I'm going to restart everything and power up the Logitech compiler and just, I don't know. Let me just restart. Okay, guys, let's go back in and try this again. steer to the very left and back to the default position. Excellent, that worked this time. Steer to the very right and back to the default position. Accelerate. Brake. This is so much better. I tell you what, this is probably what most of what they've been doing has been working on. This is brilliant. This is exactly what it is. I wanted a layer of abstraction from the calibration for steering, and that's exactly what they've put here. Well done, TML. This really, I tell you what, last week, the last video I did, I was starting to get a bit nervous about the game, but I tell you what, improvements like this are huge. They really are huge, and it shows just how hard TML are working to get this game working right. I haven't tried it in the game yet, but if that's going to work as well as I think it's going to work, then well done. That's awesome. Oh yeah, let's... right. Okay, here again, right, we have a bit of a language barrier. If you like, you can set up the following functions: indicator, retarder, and cruise control. That's pretty cool, right? So if I say confirm, does that mean it's going to take me to set this up? Or if I say continue, is it going to take... Because both of those could equally mean yes. Advice to TML. This should say, would you like to set up the following functions: indicator, retarder, and cruise control? Yes, no. That's what it should say, because this is confusing. I'm going to say confirm, because I think that's probably what they mean. No, bugger. See, exactly. That's my point exactly, is that it just completely half-assed that whole thing then. Annoying. Right, TML. So 10 points for actually implementing that. That's brilliant, and I'm really, really excited to see that. We don't have that in French, by the way, so if you only speak French, you might struggle with that. But brilliant, 10 points for that. Let's try it again. Steer very left, accelerate, brake. Obviously we don't have a clutch. Yes, confirm, and let's say continue this time. There we go. For the retarder, I'm going to go there. Cruise control will be there. Lovely. Okay, so it's nice that they've set up a whole bunch of things there in one go. Very, very useful. So let's just have a look at the steering. And yeah, that seems to be okay. That seems to be okay. Now I wonder if this will work with gamepad controllers. And I know a lot of people are really quite angry in some respects about the inability to steer with an Xbox 360 controller, for example. So I'm wondering, if you go through this process with the Xbox 360 controller, will that give you much better control for steering? I'm probably not going to try that out, but please, if you've got an Xbox 360 controller and you're having difficulties, try it out and then leave a comment and say whether or not it helps, because that would be interesting for me to know, but it could really help somebody else out too. So that would be great. Yeah, I'm really quite excited about that. So this is great, and what's happened here is it's overwritten my initial... Should we have a look? Let's have a look and see what it says. So it's telling me 1-to-1, but it's custom. That's interesting. It looks okay. I mean, that looks perfect to me. But yeah, it's overwritten. It appears, let's say that, it appears to have overwritten my original Logitech G27 configuration, and not, which is what it used to do, add another one alongside it, because that was just causing problems all over the place. So right, okay, I think that's it for input devices, and that's good. Well done. Good job there, TML. And that should cheer some people up. Hopefully that'll work for you guys with 360 controllers. And yeah, what I might do actually is, because this whole menu system, I thought it was going to take about a minute. It's probably taking a bit longer. So I might split this up as its own review of that section, and then the next episode will be the start of the journey. Something like that, maybe, I don't know. So the only other thing is that there's some minor performance improvements. Now, I can only assume that's going to be around FPS. So we'll see what sort of FPS we're getting in the game, and I'll just tell you what that is and see if it's any better. So let's start on. Let's get our journey going. Okay guys, so let's get this route underway. Now I'm going to get rid of some of these. That one was the first I ever drove. That can go. Dortmund to Kaiserslautern. That actually, I enjoyed that route. I might keep that. Dortmund to Dusseldorf. That's just a short route that I did for fun. Onzerbruck. That can go. Paderborn, again, just a small. Dortmund to Bonn. That was a nice drive, except, actually, that was a terrible drive, because I was following the, if you haven't seen that video, I was following the road signs, and it sent me all the way down here, and I turned round on this roundabout and drove all the way back up, and then it tried to send me all the way back down here again. Luckily, I suspected that it was taking longer than it should. Checked on the map, checked on the GPS, and realised that fault. So yeah, you can't really trust the road signs. Certainly on the way to Bonn, at least. So there may be other instances of that, I don't know. But anyway, this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do Dresden, Hanover to Dortmund. Now, the only thing here is that there's been some city construction of Kassel prepared. Okay, so prepared. Does that mean it's in the download but not in the game? I think that's what that means. Okay, so going to Kassel probably isn't relevant for this patch at this time anyway. Bus stops at Frankfurt Airport moved and split into departure and arrival. That's cool. I like that. And there's some incorrect collision detection at a tunnel entrance on exit on highway A71 between Erfurt and Würzburg. We'll just assume that that's working, because that's down here. And I haven't ventured down this far yet. I've seen quite a few people upload images and videos of that issue, so I'm sure someone will cover that, and I'm sure it's fixed. I'm sure it is. Level art fixed in Wiesbaden. Wiesbaden. Excuse my pronunciations. Terrible. That's down here, isn't it? Wiesbaden. But we're not going down to Frankfurt, so we won't be checking that out in this particular instance. So this is our route, Dresden to Leipzig. That's where we're going to go today. This is the new skin, by the way, if you haven't seen it. I didn't mention it in the last video, and somebody pulled me up on it and said, you're driving with a new skin, you never said anything, and you're quite right. I've put up a couple of videos to help beginners especially to make their own reskins. This one I want to redesign completely. I just haven't had any time. I've been so busy and I've been ill. So yeah, at the moment this is a work in progress, but you can see there that's our new skin. So let's get this going. We'll go for realistic. We'll start from depot. Yeah, that all sounds fine. Date. This was supposed to auto update to the date, but it's still not doing it. 30th of September today, and the time is 4:20. Awesome bananas. Let's start the game. Wowza mundos, that took forever to load. I'm talking minutes there. I assume that's because of the new patch. There's probably a lot of processing and updating that was required for the game. But yeah, that took a really long time, and we sort of zoomed in, stuck in this position. Oh god, look. Yeah, that's not me walking around. It seems that one of the things that's happened with this patch, well, it's probably not the patch actually, it's probably the input devices system. It's got my accelerator back to front once again. So the accelerator is fully up, which means the game thinks it's fully down. So let's... What the... Oh wow. So the interesting thing is, I think what it's done is it's completely deleted the previous config that I had for my steering setup. And now none of my buttons are bound to anything. So I can't slow down. I can't bring up the mobile phone. I can't remember what the keyboard shortcut to bring up the phone is. So I'm just going to try and open the door on the swing pass. There we go. And we'll go back around. It's a bit crazy, I know. And up we go. Now, I had this bound to a button, but it's not going to work. Luckily, I can remember the key config for that. Let's try the steering. Is it one-to-one? No. In fact, it's not moving at all, is it? This it's not responding to my steering wheel whatsoever. Wow. Okay, now I haven't changed anything for the Cytec, so that should still work. No, that's not working either. So I can't even turn the power on the bus. Can I shut the door? No. Well, this is... Oh, my zoom works. My zoom is working. That's good. That's something. Yeah, okay. So there's going to be a delay in this journey, ladies and gentlemen. Do apologise. I'm going to have to go and reconfigure absolutely everything by the looks of things. I'll restart the game and just see if that fixes the problem, but I have a sneaky suspicion that I'm going to have to reconfigure everything, which is probably a good thing actually, because I did promise you guys that I would reconfigure all my buttons and then make the config file for my G27 and Cytec side panel available to you. So maybe I'll do that then. I'll take the time to really think about which buttons should be what, and I'll set it all up. I'll get that config file and I'll upload it to the TML Studios website, and you'll be able to download it there. And apologies guys, I won't be doing the east to west run this week probably, because I'm just going to run out of time to do it. I will, however, get that config file sorted out and uploaded and get a video to you as soon as possible. And I apologise profusely. I don't know why this isn't working, but it clearly is not. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.